Hello, 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 and welcome. In answer to your question, Stream Elements is part of the streaming software I use, but what the bot is doing, no idea. Welcome. Come on into our planning session. How's everyone doing? Let's see, I saw Elizabeth. Good afternoon. Heather, hi. I get so much more done a week done a week, so I make planning. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for doing this. You are so welcome, Heather. And I'm glad you're getting more done. Definitely. I think we all are, actually. Let's see. Heather, okay, forget the streamer. Stream Elements, I should say. I don't know. Come on in, guys. So how's everyone doing? How's your week been? I discovered the one flaw I made in my plan is that I wanted to have I was trying to do of sort of a version of Sarah's point system, but if I don't, I'm not liking it on the daily pages. It's I kind of want it to end like all in one place, so I just threw together an index card and wrote them all out, trying to use some symbols and whatever quick way that I could just kind of see it and think about it. I'm going to try that next week instead. This week I did it based as a recap, looking through what I did accomplish. So next week hopefully I can do it as a cute tiara. Yes, I am the Halloween spirit, guys. Normally I have so much more Halloween stuff out, but this year I only have out more or less the things I've just bought recently, and I want to just go like crazy and put it everywhere with my additional totes. We will not discuss what I own. And I purchased, I haven't gotten it yet. I got some Halloween washi on the way, and a couple new notebooks of a Cambridge one that I used years ago, which I absolutely loved. So I decided, since it was always my favorite size, and it was just a small little like 80 page, just tiny. It's almost A5. But it has just that perfect number of pages. Love those. So those are coming in. I'm excited. Let's see, what else do we have? Rita, hello. Phyllis, happy Sunday, planners. Love it. Hey, friend, how's it going? Heather, it's not the inappropriate bots we were getting during virtual retreat. Oh, yes. We haven't had those for a while. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Phyllis. I got less done this week than I planned to, but this chapter organization took more time than I thought. Yeah, it usually does, unfortunately. You think, oh, it's already all there, I could just sort it all out. But then you start reading through it and you get distracted and you realize that there's things that are missing, and yeah, it always takes a bit longer. I thought I had it all correct on paper, but I didn't, and it took me until yesterday to get it correct on paper. Yes. For me, I chose to switch to the snowflake method. Just wanted to kind of, I knew there was a couple of mechanics that were not working in the story, and I kind of wanted to flesh them out. I now have a much cooler story. What do I want to call it? Story antagonist, I guess I want to go with that, than what I had before, because she's not going to see it coming. It's so good. I still have to finish the organization on Google Docs, but once that is done, I can get the chapters written that I need to write for Draft 2. Sweet. Phyllis, great week. I tried to get too much done this week, going to delay a few tasks until next week. I gave myself a lot of grace because I had the booster shot on Monday, as you guys know, and it didn't kick my butt quite as bad as previously. I think I have a slight allergy to vaccines, so this time I treated it like it actually was going to harm me. because they always do to a certain degree. But I still get them because I'm terrified of COVID, guys, terrified. But at the same time, so I took allergy pills, took some Tylenol, and but I still didn't have the energy that I would have normally had. But I was better than I would have been, so I gave myself a lot of grace. Let's see, Ninja, I'm working on doggy sweater number 6, Nibblers supervising. Cute. This is stomach pain did derail me too. I missed work at my day job on Thursday since I was sick. Oh no. Well, I hope a doctor will be able to tell you what is going on, because that is going longer than it should, definitely. That seems like more than just a food issue. Let's see, Phyllis, I love the background too. Where is it? Looks like a cool mansion. I am not sure. I love it, and I think it's the coolest background for Halloween because it's just, it has that right vibe, right guys? If I can figure out what it is, I'll try to. No guarantees though. It's the image I got from Pixabay, so I don't know. They don't always share. Let's see. Love you, Crown. Thank you. Let's see, Elizabeth. I'm not going to work if I'm puking on my head is sore when I'm supposed to leave to get to work. No, you don't. Let's see, Elizabeth. I did go see my doctor about it, so at least I did something about this. Yes, and answers are coming. That's always the best part, right? Let's see, Heather, where is a good place to find information about the snowflake method? I just searched it. I was just using the one, the normal, I just searched it online, but I also, if you give me a second, I'll go grab it. There is a wonderful book. Let's see. The original book, of course. And you're gonna green screen like crazy on me. Trying to get his name to focus. Randy Ingermanson. I originally read the ebook, and then I decided I loved it so much that I decided to grab the book. So of course Amazon is our friend for that. Like I said, also you can just look it up. There's lots of there's a good one on Readsy. She breaks down the first 6 steps. I think it's the first 6 steps. 6 or 8, I'm not sure. I went on a few different sites, but hers was the nicest and cleanest. So potentially that's a good place to start. If I can, let's see, I will bring it up. I still have it on my computer here. Let's see. blog.readsy.com/snowflake-method/ if that helps. Let's see, where am I now? There. Okay. Phyllis, can't believe we are almost at the end of October, thinking about how I want to finish out Q4. It's crazy, right? I mean, it feels like we just started Q4 and we're already looking at finishing it. It's like, stop. Phyllis, doing a recap of 2022, being a good year. Well, that's excellent to hear. Rita, good week for me. Finally put away the Nexus novel and brought out my Nano project. Lots of index cards with new and old notes. Sweet. Elizabeth, I chose COVID immunity through catching COVID 3 times instead of getting vaccinated. You are probably young enough that you will get away with that. That's how I look at it. I am not. Phyllis, got the booster as well a few weeks ago. Planning to get the flu shot this week. Yeah, we got to do that as well. Elizabeth, personally, that background makes me think of Thanksgiving. Oh, that is interesting. That's not the vibe I got on that one, but well, I think we're going to stay here for a couple weeks because this is, we have plans, guys. Come and join us next weekend. Okay, guys, we better get ourselves centered and get on to our planning. So I guess we will start with our weekly review. Always be kind to yourselves. Give yourself the grace that you need, but also always try to challenge yourself a little bit more. to get more done, but let's take a quick look and we'll see how we did last week. Bring out your original plan that you wrote. If you don't have it in a separate notebook or on a piece of paper, or if you just put it right directly into your planner, open that up and let's take a look. If you are using a Kanban board, I haven't quite figured out how to do that one. I guess take a look at that and see what stickies you move down. That's another good way of doing it. If you're doing some kind of a weekly breakdown of them, that would be another way of doing it. Okay guys, let's get our weekly review up. So let's note our successes, our challenges, our biggest distractions, our best fixes, and what we need to carry forward. I've got a bit this week, but then I knew it was going to be a rocky week. Okay guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's do our weekly review. Give yourself all your check marks and your slashes and dashes and pluses and minuses and however you want to mark up to show what you've done. If you do part of a project, then give yourself points for that. Like if you did half, give yourself a half. Let's see, your background makes me think about a mystery novel. Ooh, like that. Now that's a good vibe. Okay guys, let's dive into our weekly review. Bring out anything you might need for this in terms of your resources. I felt that previously when I was doing it in a separate notebook, that when I put it into the planner, I felt that it was actually cleaner and more defined. So I'm going to go back to using a separate notebook to plan this week, and then I'll put it in the planner. Just to see if really there is a difference and if it changes anything. Let's see. Chapter organization is done on my notebook of notes for this novel, and I'm stoked about that. My biggest distraction was stomach pain and getting lightheaded on Wednesday and still being lightheaded Thursday. Oh no. Okay guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's list out those successes, challenges, distractions, and fixes. And go. Get that in. Yep. Okay. How did you guys make out here? Let's see. Where did I end off? Hey Shannon, how's it going? Plotting is kind of planning, right? It is, definitely. Heather, I didn't do planning last week, which means I didn't make an official plan and less was productive than I should have been. And sometimes you need that. Nothing wrong with that if you need it, right? Rita, I need to get my rock journal for information about the library books this week so I can return them. Who knows what's happening with the digital photos on my old laptop. So my best fix is to track how I feel after eating in the morning, in the afternoon, evening, night, etc. That is smart. I like that. As in write down when I get the stomach pain and see what may trigger it. Yeah. And like I said, it could even be something that you've eaten for years and they changed something in it. I decided to treat myself to some Reese's Pieces, which I love, and they used to be gluten-free. Not anymore. They changed the packaging, and I should have taken that as a major clue. But I was like, no, they just changed the packaging. It's the same product. So it got me. That does not make me feel good when I have a reaction to cross-contamination. So that derailed me too a bit this week. Heather to Shannon, plotting is planning your story. So I vote yes. I totally vote yes. Elizabeth Files haven't been happy this week, so I may be making another appointment with my doctor next week. Yeah, do a follow-up for sure. Rita, I attended all the sprints and woke up at 7:30. I even got the ultrasound results back about my shoulder. No major tears of tendons or muscles, so that's awesome to hear. It could take 9 months to heal. I'm seeing a specialist. And be super kind to it because it's so easy to re-injure, right? Angela, hey. Hi everyone, late to the party. My best fix will be finding my plotting notebook and filling it out. That's okay. Let's see, Elizabeth, I'll wait until my cycle is done and see if I still have stomach pain then. Interesting. Angela, hang in there, Rita, hoping specialists can offer help. Yes. Thanks, Angela. From Rita, it sucks when I can brush my hair and grab the cat, or can't brush my hair or grab the cat or even reach. I'm trying to switch to my left hand, but at least I can still write and type. That's good. Elizabeth, good week. Very productive. For Phyllis, caught up on some household cleaning task challenges. Didn't get much done with my nano planning. Plan to do some later today, carrying over flu shot and car maintenance. Sweet. Yes, I had a lot to carry forward, but then I kind of knew that was going to happen. So I am not shocked, and I am okay with it. I'm okay with it. I know what happens, so I was prepared. Shannon, this last week was rough with some stress, but hoping for a better week this week. We'll spend one sprint actually filling in my planner first. Perfect. Okay, guys, we are going to switch to Elaine's favorite. Avoiding what? Why? Does it still matter? And can you make it priority number one and free yourself of it? For me, it is a certain video that I've been wanting to record, and it has not happened, and I have to ask myself if it's really one that I want to create, because if I wanted to do it, I would have done it by now. So maybe it just isn't the right feel for what I want to do, and maybe it's time to put something else in that spot that I am excited about and that I really want to get done. Let's see, guys. Let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's go through and see what is on your list that you've been avoiding for a while, and see, can you just take it off the list? If it disappears, what happens? And if you have to keep going with it, where are you going to put it to make sure it gets done? Also, planning is another day next week. Okay. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's do the avoid. Okay, let's see here. I love doing these sessions with you guys. It even helps with the writing, because when something starts to come together, as we're planning this, all the other details are getting more concrete and meshing more. I'm loving this. Let's see, Elizabeth, I wouldn't call what I did avoiding, but dealing with stomach pain, head pain, and lightheadedness makes cleaning quite difficult to do when you have a full-time job. You did not avoid, honey. You literally were derailed, and you needed to take time to take care of you. Self-care was far, far more important this week for you. So do not feel guilty. Do not feel bad. Some weeks are just going to be like that, and it is a self-care week, and that's all there is to it. Let's see. Phyllis, wellness, yes. Angela, I love your approach to this. Oh, thank you. Phyllis, I am avoiding shredding some documents. I put that task at the top of my list for this week. I will also schedule it on my calendar as well. Yes, I have a few of myself, and my shredder is in the garage, where you would think I could just go and grab that and get that done, but no, because it's in there. It's funny, the things that we let hold us back, right? Gotta go get that tote. Nope. Hello, Laura, stuff again. Can't avoid it. Maybe I need to come up with a really good reward for doing it. Yes, what is your reward? Please tell us. Give yourself a good one. You definitely deserve it. Speaking of rewards, guys, I've got a cool one coming up on Instagram. If for anyone who's planning to do NaNoWriMo, I'm going to dealing with rewards and giving yourself, because face it, NaNoWriMo is a challenge. 50,000 words in 30 days is meant to hurt a little. So you give yourself treats. That's how it works. Let's see, Elizabeth, I still need to clean, so I'll do small bits of it at a time. Usually cleaning is what I avoid. Cleaning is a difficult task for me as a neurodivergent woman, but it doesn't mean I should avoid it. Not entirely. Yes, completely. Exactly. Let's see. Elizabeth, I'd rather never own a large home, since one has to spend so much time cleaning it. The only reason I'd even own a huge home is if I had lots of kids one day. Yes. You get to a certain age where you realize the large home is like a storage bin for many things that you probably will never use. Shannon, I've been avoiding cleaning the kitchen and clearing off the island and dining table. It definitely still matters. Going back to work is fast approaching, so time to prioritize it. Neat space is calm. Yes, I love that. Also, as we're approaching NaNoWriMo, it is good to get things in order if we can a bit. The less chaos around you, the more calm and centered you're just going to be. It's that simple. As well, and get your desk in a way that feels good for you. If there's resources that you find yourself reaching for, maybe put like a little book collection right on your desk. Kind of mix things up and make them where you want them and need them. Let's see. Phyllis, yes, Angela, I love this plan with me session. I am so much more productive these days. I love that, guys. Let's see, Elizabeth, I do someday want to be married and have kids, so I'm going to start dealing with this issue in regards to my executive functioning, and many of us deal with it, that's for sure. Let's see, Rita, avoiding digital photos, I don't know why, and posting next few chapters on Wattpad. Well, what could be a reward if you get it done? What would motivate you? Maybe think of a small reward you can give yourself if you can get them all done and off of there. Let's see, Phyllis, yes, Shannon, I agree. It was helpful to finally catch up on cleaning my new place this week. Much more peaceful. I love that. Elizabeth, even on a good week, I like to avoid cleaning. It's a bad habit of mine that I'll work on when I can. Yes. Shannon, my shredder crush and sort of sight mind for me too. Exactly. Just scheduled it. Perfect, Phyllis. Heather, I moved my shredder to the family room. I'm now spreading between. I think you meant shredding between sprints. That works. Let's see, Angela, I spent the morning listing my daily, weekly, and word count rewards for Nano. Nice. Rita, husband would say that I am avoiding the housework aloud. Phyllis to Heather, that is a very good idea. Definitely. Shannon, agree, Phyllis. I was sick for a long time and things got quite cluttered, a bit overwhelming, but looking forward to a neat, tidy place to come home to. Perfect. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our next panel. Long range plans. Anything that you're bringing in new from your Q4 plan, any prep research that you plan to do for Q1 or Q2 that you sort of want to get the ball rolling on, anything you want to remove or delay, something that is not quite that you're not quite prepared to do yet. Maybe something isn't lined up in terms of someone else being involved. So and any new opportunities that have landed on your plate, can you incorporate them? Should you incorporate them? And how do they fit into your plan? And how do they impact your future plans? Let's see, 2-minute timer. Let's take a look at those long range plans and see what it is that we want to bring in or remove or delay to make our plan more complete and move things forward. Go.
Go outside.
Go. Okay. Oops. What did you come up with, guys? I think I have figured out 2 strategies that will serve me better. It won't fix everything, but I think it'll help. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Rita, I do have a rather large wall photo frame that needs some photos. I need to print some off and even put in a photo album like that. Elizabeth, I also need to go through my clothes and get rid of some that I don't need. Good strategy. I think it's a good time to do that as well, because this is a good time to be swapping around your wardrobe to make it more fall and winter friendly. The tank tops are over, guys. Let's see, Angela, I'm there with you, Shannon, but if I get the house in order, I can get my Christmas decorations up. Sweet. Heather, nothing has changed in long term. I still have 3 for this quarter, and unless the modeler tells me that date has changed, things are pretty firm. Perfect. Elizabeth, my focus for the rest of Q2 is draft hold on, my focus for the rest of Q4, right? Is draft 1 of book 3 in the series for the NaNoWriMo, and then working on editing book 1 in December. Yes. Angela, order cover and find betas from my next book. Sweet. Q1 prep is declutter my office corner so I can find stuff laugh aloud. Yes. Hey, Triple C, how's it going? Hey everyone, how's the writing going? I'll be working on writing tomorrow. Tonight, just stopping in to leave a like. How's it going? Let us know. Rita, to add to Q4, I actually get Instagram on my phone, but do I use this name or my pen name? Roth Journal, I already have my new project for this month, and November, joint birthday party for son and his wife. Sweet. Now, in terms of the name, which one do you feel is more important to you and furthers what matters to you more? That would probably maybe make yourself a list of each name and populate it with what you think each would you could bring to Instagram with both, or with each, I should say. Let's see, Elizabeth, working on book 2 won't happen this quarter, and I will move to Q1. Sweet. I am one of those people who can bounce around between multiple books, same series. Sweet. Love that. Angela, Rita, think about what you want to use Instagram for. Yes. Oh yeah, Q4. Yes. My bad. Okay, so tears of joy. Let's see. Heather, speak for yourself. 80 degrees here today. I'm not putting out summer clothes yet. Where are you, Heather? Wow, that's quite the temp still. Yeah, ours, last week we had, this is Celsius, guys, but I think we had like a 29 and a 30 on one day, and now this week it's like, I think our high has been, what do we get for our high? 19, 18, 17. It's like, come back. Shannon Long Range is hoping for a successful return to work and hopefully finishing this draft by the end of the year. Perfect. And that's good. That's actually really nicely balanced. I like that. Elizabeth, my Q4 seems pretty set. I have a new project that recently came up at work. Have to assess if I have time for it. I just want to finish the year off strong. I hear you on that. Definitely. Rita, mostly writing related. That's why I would get it. Okay. But then there's cats. Laugh out loud. Angela, then I'd go with the pen. That's what you want people to associate with. Exactly. Elizabeth, it's 59 degrees in Massachusetts right now. Sweet. Okay, guys, we're going to dive into our next panel. This one always, as usual, our easier one. And that's it. Rita, for me, the last 2 days have been raining and temp is 38 degrees Fahrenheit and snow is tonight. Oh, no. The white stuff. I don't have a good relationship with the white stuff. Angela, cats can be part of your writing life. Gives your readers something to relate to. I love that. Heather, Missouri. Tuesday night, our low was 28. Yesterday, high hot, 85. If you don't like the weather here, just wait. It will change. No kidding. Wow. That's quite the shift. Huh. I'm in Missouri. Is that what we're doing there? Heather, where are you? Heather, being in the 50s and 60s here, but getting cooler at night these days. Yes. Okay, guys, we're gonna dive on Springfielder. Cool. Let's see, projects. We're going to dive right into our projects. Active, current, new. The natural first next steps are tasks that are related to what you're already working on. Good, better, best goals. Measured increments. Problems, delays, deadlines. Always list your deadlines, guys, even if they go swoosh and fast. At least you knew about them, and that little bit of guilt will help you to get back on track. Are they serving your bigger goals? Let's see, Shannon, it was 21 here yesterday and sunny, 18 and sunny today. Very nice. Yes, definitely. Heather, Angela, where are you? I'm 2 hours east of Springfield. Oh, very cool. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and we're going to populate our planners with our projects. Try to be as specific as you can with your goals to ensure success. See, Massachusetts gets crazy weather. Just 2 in February 2019. There was one day where it was 70 degrees and the next day it was snowing. Oh, wow. Near West Plains. Okay. Okay, guys. 2-minute timer going up, and let's populate with our projects. And go. Okay, let's see. What did you guys come up with? Angela, I have a Springfield trip on my 30K word reward. I love that. Elizabeth, I have a few appointments scheduled for November that I shouldn't derail on. Speaking of avoiding, I do feel like avoiding the dentist until December, but it's been far too long since I've been to the dentist that I shouldn't avoid it any longer. So November 1st it is. Yes, stick to it. Have some Tylenol beforehand. Hopefully it'll be relatively painless and you can get back to those words. Okay, I tried to get more specific here. The other thing I did this week is I also purchased Scrivener again. Hard to say how. I bought it many years ago for my for Windows, but once they went to Scrivener 3, it became its own new program. So, but I used my Camp Nano rewards and bought it. So I'm happy because I'm on a much bigger screen, which was my only complaint of using it on my MacBook. Is 13 inches is just too small. So if that was one good thing that I did this week, it was a low energy task that actually created energy with the positivity of it. Let's see, Rita, I have to call for medical appointments and library program texts to be sent, and then all the regular home stuff. Perfect. Elizabeth, I will be quite busy in November since I still plan to do double nano. I love that. If I write 500 words per 15-minute sprint, I can get 4,000 words in 2 hours. Yes. And remember, there are going to be points where that does not happen, so you might want to allow yourself maybe 2.5 hours so you can make up the difference. Heather, 3 big projects: divorce, work in progress, youth meal. Sweet. Angela, think of the dentist as one more thing out of your path towards where you want to go. Beautiful way of looking at that. Elizabeth, it's just a regular teeth cleaning, but that still doesn't make me enjoy the experience. Okay guys, we are going to dive into that. Speaking of all those things we don't want to do, smaller tasks, chores, errands, meal planning, admin tasks, banking, bill due dates, self-care, although we should not avoid that one, guys, and sprints you want to attend. Can you batch together shorter tasks? Let's see, Shannon want to attend Aquafit 3 times this week, have physio and occupational therapy this week as well, want to film a video tomorrow. Nice, I love that, very balanced. Let's see, Elizabeth, I plan to wake up super early as many days as I can during Nano. But don't burn yourself out. Give yourself somewhere in there that you can actually get some extra rest. Okay guys, Phyllis, NaNoWriMo, go to revise and write 50K, better revise and organize manuscript 50K, best revise, organize, and plan for manuscript 50K plus plan for 2023. Love that. Elizabeth, I'm going to do a 10K day the first Saturday of Nano. That's cool. That's very smart. Yeah, I just put one up last night, guys, of a few different ideas of how you can break down your 50K goal, or whatever your goal is for Nano. So go over on Instagram, check that out. There's some normal and not so normal approaches to that word count. Let's see this. Congrats on purchasing Scrivener. There was a NaNoWriMo session this week about how you can leverage Scrivener from NaNoWriMo. Yes, it is a fabulous program. I have now purchased it 3 times. Twice for Windows and once for Mac. But that's okay. That's okay. If you do what works for you, right? If the tools are on the wrong system, sometimes it's not the actual software, it's the system we're trying to work it on, right? Let's see, Rita, I got mixed up. That last panel was for projects. That's okay, that's okay. This is, I can push myself very hard for a month and let December be more relaxed. And that's a good strategy as well. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's populate our planner with all those smaller tasks that tame the chaos, and go. Okay, guys. One I'm putting off that I know has to get done. I have to make it somehow jump off the page. Sometimes I feel like I should swap to red pen for some of these things. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Elizabeth, I'm going to go grocery shopping after this planning session, and then I'm going to cook food. Perfect. Heather, batch cooking, move money, refill prescriptions, lunch with friends, finalize sprints. Love that. Okay, guys. Speaking of sprints, we do have them at 5 p.m. today. Eastern, for anyone who wants to join us. Let's see. Okay, what do we need for our next one? Let's see, Angela. First thing I did when I set up my prep toner planner was plug in live sprints. I'll keep my manuscript open and hit as many as I can. Ooh, love that. This is another thing I want to do is celebrate in January everything I've accomplished this year, which has been my first full year writing fiction. I should have at least 325k words of fiction and poetry. Sweet number. Love that. Heather, colored pens for the win. Yes. Those are written in total this year. Nice. Congrats, Elizabeth. Definitely. That is amazing. That is awesome. And we celebrate you. Let's see. Partying face. Wish the emojis would show for me. Okay, guys. We are going to dive into our next panel. Important dates. For the next 2 weeks. We're also shifting into November, so this one's a little more complicated because you need to pull up that November calendar as well to make sure that any post-its or little scrap pieces of paper of any commitments you've made are going to get onto that main calendar. So any events or birthdays in the next 2 weeks that you need to take care of. Halloween is coming. I can't wait. Appointments, commitments, deadlines, note travel time, and if action prep is needed. Oh, let's see what we got. Shannon spent that sprint going downstairs to get my chores planner I've been ignoring. Good, awesome. Angela, everything is color coded in my planner. Erasable colored pens are my fave. Ooh, love those. Rita, I need to get more colored pens. I'm using them as a little award for Nano, one color for 2,000 words. Love that. Phyllis, meal planning, self-care, voting plan, flu shot, and car maintenance. Awesome. Phyllis needs to sign up for Breeze Yoga and writing sprints for NanoRever. Interesting. I like that. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's pull out our Google calendars or our physical monthly calendars, whichever one you prefer to use. And let's make sure that all those important dates are listed and we are prepared for them. Okay, let's see here. This was my dental appointment and a few other appointments in November. Oh my god, I nearly forgot. We have tickets for Stand Up with Hannah Gadsby on Friday. Ooh, if not for this session, I would have forgot. Oh, I hope you have an amazing time. That sounds great. Elizabeth, I did schedule one vacation day for a morning appointment on the 14th of November, so I should have more hours in the afternoon for writing that day. Love that planning. Angela, good catch, Hafren, yes. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our next panel. Let's see here. Now, this one, as we know, we have Nano coming for anyone who's is participating in that. So there's all sorts of little things that we can get ahead of. We can start doing meal prep and freezing meals. We can start getting our spaces tidied so that they are more conducive to us just sitting down to write. We can do our Preptober planning. That's getting ahead of it. In terms of any other things that may be coming up, maybe in vacations that you see coming, maybe you need to get your writing into a certain place because that deadline's going to be too close otherwise once you come back from vacation. Any longer interruptions, surgery, life stuff, right? Get yourself ahead of the game so you can completely relax during those longer interruptions, or when you know there's going to be additional demands on your time, so that you have things in a better place. Let's see. Let's see. Elizabeth, November is going to be a difficult month, but I'm ready to tackle it. Sweet. Rita, this week I have blood tests, library programs, story time for the preschoolers, and our meeting too. That's going to be a busy week. Heather, just compared calendar with teenager. Amazingly enough, it looks like I am not missing anything. Sweet. Elizabeth, yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, other people in your house, your hubby, your kids, anything on their schedules that have to play nice with yours. That's a good point. I love that. Thank you, Heather. Elizabeth, I plan to do some cleaning this week. Nice. Havron, in my defense, I was supposed to be in January, but was changed because of COVID. Let's see. Shannon to Rita, do you work in a library? I do believe she does. Shannon, no, but I'm the co-chair for our local library board. There's myself and one young mom who does all the fun kids stuff. She homeschools, so it's perfect for library programming. Ooh, love that. Beautiful, guys. Okay, so let's put our 2-minute timer up and figure out what we need to get ahead of. And go. Okay. How did you guys do? Let's see. Where did I leave? Oh, Elizabeth, I need to get ahead of cleaning so I don't have to do as much of it during NRM. Yes. Shannon, nice Rita. I'm a librarian, so love to hear of people involved in their local library. Oh, that's awesome. Rita, I live in a small town, so we have 2 families show up with about 6 kids that were successful for the rock lesson. There was 10 kids. Well, they were very interested in the topic. Heather, main thing I'm doing ahead of time is batch meals. Right now I have about 2 weeks in the freezer. Need to get the other 2. Oh, love that. What did you make, by the way? Any suggestions of things that were easy to make in larger batches? Let us know. In the meantime, let's see. Rita, get ahead, prepped over for my books, outline a dozen chapters, and clean my desk and ready area, get smoothie supplies, and simple crock pot meals. Sweet. Diamond Books, hello. Hi, everyone. I have responsibility, hobbies, and writing to plan. Sweet. Okay, guys, we're going to dive into our next panel. Reality check. This one sucks. Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen with the time you have? What should you delay or remove? I'm going to throw that in there this week. Protect yourself from burnout. Like I said, I just took one thing because I've realized that I really do not have interest in filming this thing, which is why it has never happened. I don't know why. I think because other people have found it successful, but it doesn't necessarily ring true for me, and I have to learn that that's important, right? Let's see, Rita. Oh, hold on. Shannon, planning cleaning time to get ahead so it's easier to keep neat when I go back to work and during Nano, which are, of course, at the same time. Of course, how could it be any other way, right? Rita, it sucks. My hubby is so spoiled. He doesn't care for leftovers, but a pot of stew chili for my lunches will be perfect. My problem is, yeah, I am... But I guess because I'm already on a semi-limited diet in so many ways that I do get bored of food easy, and it's like, well, what can I make that's gonna bring me some joy? It's easy to batch up. Angela, I'm planning crockpot meals. Will just be me. Most of Nano doesn't leave the 8th for 21 days. Whew. You're gonna get a lot of writing done though, because you're not going to be distracted, that's for sure. Okay guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and we're going to go through our plan, and if there's anything that you feel doesn't quite fit, either you don't think you're going to have the time for it, either break it down a little bit more and take a smaller piece of it, or delay it, or make it maybe your plan B options. So if time allows, you can get to it, but you know it's not as much of a priority as your top 3. Let's see, Elizabeth, Heather, batch meals, Italian meat made into spaghettis, either, etc. Interesting. Mexican meat made in tacos, nachos, enchiladas. I love that philosophy, because usually it's the meat portion that takes forever, right? Elizabeth, I can do what I've chosen to do with my planning to make stir fry a lot during NaNoWriMo. Smart choice there, very healthy as well. Okay guys, let's get our timer up and let's see what we need to modify to ensure our success. And go. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Ah, where do we end off? Oh, Phyllis, here we go. Rally check. I needed to take a day off next week to get all of my tasks done. Scheduled it last week. Perfect. Shannon planning to make good use of my Instapot for easy, healthy cooking in November. Sweet. I love our Insta. It's a wonderful thing. Let's see. Heather, unfortunately, this week writing is plan B. Divorce has to be top priority. And yes, and that's going to serve you in the long run, so don't feel bad about it. Writing can be a reward once the divorce stuff is tended to. Angela, stir fry does sound good, Elizabeth. It does. Heather, Shannon, are Instapot recipes easily adapted for 1 or 2 people? Now that is a very good question. I'm not sure because we usually go crazy and make huge portions. Any ideas, guys? Phyllis, my planner has this weekly wisdom this week. What are you saying yes to that you should be saying no to? Wisdom indeed. Oh, speaking of wisdom, I pulled us a card. Monology deck, guys. And I pulled the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Let's see. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. For the love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. So if your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. It's kind of perfect, right, guys? Let's see. If you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. It's time to stop fearing the worst. Oh, I love that line. I have to read that one again. It's time to stop fearing the worst. Alright, guys, let's see. Angela, I'm making jambalaya, gumbo, chili, ham and beans, spaghetti, mix and match for both lunches and dinners. Oh, beautiful strategy. Let's see. Rita, reality check, be firm with myself. Write on the agenda to get to my digital photos and decide what to do with them. Heather to Phyllis, we all need to listen to that advice more. Yes, definitely. Rita, I either publish those chapters or remove Wattpad from my schedule. Take a break when needed for my shoulder. Definitely, and take care of yourself for sure. Phyllis to Heather, yes indeed. Angela, sorry Heather, but if it improves where you want to be, Renee, prioritize for sure. Okay. Shannon to Heather, absolutely. There are so many recipes online. Yes. Efren, I had to take out one thing from my plan and move it to next week since I can't be in 2 places at once. Perfect. Yes, that's the reality of space and time. Don't double up, guys. Don't disappoint. Look at your plan and make sure you're not trying to be in 2 places at once. Love that. Elizabeth, this is so appropriate for me. Next month is a time that I need to work very hard and deal with certain issues as well. Perfect. Let's see. Shannon, ominous and encouraging for me returning to work. Hopefully it's for the better. That's what we're hoping for you. Angela, I hate autocorrect. Yes. Autocorrect is not our friend. It's supposed to be, but it's not. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of our session. Next steps are to populate your planner. If you've been directly writing into it, create your master plan or ideal week. Schedule your self-care, guys, at least some of it to make sure it happens. create Monday's daily plan. Plus we still have the benefit of we have the rest of Sunday to get our work done, and maybe we can check off a few more boxes. I'm loving this time slot. Celebrate your successes, follow the plan, and build your dreams. I'm trying to keep our next week's schedule normal. There is something coming up that will be special, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go on a pinch earlier so we can have a wee break. So I might do the 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. Eastern for the planning session. That way that can leave us the freedom to join the other thing when it comes in. I'm not going to spoil anything yet, but I do want to give time for it. And then the writing sprints will be at 5 p.m. Eastern, as normal. So for Sunday and Saturday, as far as I know, it's just going to be 5 p.m. I don't see any reason to change that. Let's see. Let's see. Also, I have been thinking about the possibility of getting a different job someday in the future. That won't happen until certain other things have been dealt with in my life. Perfect. I'm not sure about where I would go then, but I have some ideas about it. Sweet. For now, I'll just deal with what needs dealing with. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, where did I leave off? I also need to change my bedroom light since it flickers sometimes. Yes, that's a dying light bulb. That was to happen. I had to do the same. Oops. It is good. We are looking 2 weeks at a time. Yes, I find that is making for better decisions for sure. Let's see. Phyllis. No, not Phyllis. Heather, thank you again for taking the time to help us with our time. I will always help you guys. I love doing this with you. It is awesome, and so much more gets done. And even when we don't do it, we know why, and it's not a mystery when things don't get done. Now we know what we did. Either it was something that came at us unexpectedly, or we derailed ourselves, and we know what we did. So by doing this together, we are learning so much from each other, which I love. Rita, time for a late lunch and rest before we spend 3 hours writing with Hardee's. I'm looking forward to our writing session. I want to dive back in. The detail that I came up with yesterday makes this all so much more fun. Let's see, Elizabeth, if the light still flickers after change the light bulb, then I will need to get an electrician in to fix it. Yes. Usually it's just a light bulb though. Angela, contract then was supposed to be then prioritized. That makes so much more sense. Angela, autocorrect was okay, same thing. Oh, it was being on a repeat. It does that sometimes. Angela, that's where I know you from. Perfect. Okay, guys, we have about a 45-minute break, and then I will be back with writing sprints. So come and join me for that. Go and populate your planners and make them all pretty. Have some lunch, or not dinner yet. Maybe some lunch if that's right for your time zone. And get yourself successfully set up for another week. I'm going to have a quick bite, and then I'm going to start filling up my planner. I am so much happier that I use the notebook, but now I have an extra step because I have to put it in the planner. But the chaos I created on the page will be so much nicer, and it's so much more detailed and filled out. So I'm happy. Let's see. Angela, laugh out loud. Shannon, looking forward to writing. Was going to do this for my main character, but got carried away doing it for me. Well, that's okay. You can do it for both, that's for sure. Rita, I try not to miss any of the sprints. Well, besides Katie's, she is too early for me. Yeah, she is on my time at I'm going to say 3 or 4 a.m. And as much as I would love to hang out at that point, I should be sleeping. Angela, you are so welcome. I will see you guys in 45 minutes for our writing sprints. Go kick back, relax, play with your planners, get the stickers out, get the washi out, make it beautiful. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys. You are so welcome, Phyllis. Bye, guys.